Which scene? This scene. For copyright reasons, I won't be showing this image, nor the clip for too long. Now, this film was conceptualized and directed by the Wes Anderson, who has a clear signature style. He is known for his intentionality, symmetry, flatness, softness, yet vibrant color palettes. For this tutorial, we will be dividing it into two parts, just two. The production and the post-production. First, we will be going over the production setup. Here are the materials as follows. 1. An ironed green screen backdrop. 2. A green screen's metal stands, tripods. 3. 2 softbox lights. 4. A reflective light. 5. 2 LED tube lights. 6. 2 film gels. Grab your camera and let's film. Production is simple when you check off everything for a successful production of this scene. 1. Make sure you are filming for a 4:3 aspect ratio. Put markers for your actors and cinematographer. 2. This is the close-up frame, which means from the neck up. 3. Make sure none of the lights will cause the bleeding of the green screen color onto the subject, making it easier for post-production editing. 4. Make sure your subject doesn't wear green as well. This is from the camera, the actor, the ironed green screen, and the lighting matters. 5. Make sure you're in a room with no sunlight seeping in hopes to have shadows for dramatics. The room's lights are off, besides the 5 lights. From this side perspective of this blueprint or sketch, left to right, you have your reflector light, then your cinematographer and their camera, your subject not that far from you, a crew member with 2 LED lights wrapped with gels. I recommend blue and red the most. Any color will do, except for green or yellow. Have that crew member spin in circles in one spot. And to the farthest right or to the back is the backdrop setup with green screens and stands with the 1 soft box on each side. Make sure your reflector, cinematographer, your subject, and your backdrop are in one center direct line, in that order. As for the director, he or she is beside the cinematographer off screen. All you have to do is record and make sure you jot down whichever take is the best. Raw footage should look something like this. Got it? I hope I explained it well. The next is post-production. The steps as follows. 1. A color palette. 2. A laptop. 3. An editing software. I have After Effects open. Create a new composition, set it to 4:3 aspect ratio by clicking compositions on the top bar and press composition settings. Tile it whatever you want. I'm going to tile it Buckley lights background. The dimension set width 1024. Set height 768, background to black, and press OK. A lot of this is customizable, so adjust according to your preferences, but right now we are mimicking Wes Anderson. Right-click on your timeline, hover over the New tab, select Solid, and set color to black. This is so we safely have a dark background. Press lock on your left. Now, we're going to press the key Q until we get the ellipse tool to form a guide for us to space out our circles. Make sure to press on fill, and press no fill, which is the red line cross, and press stroke turn into the solid color. Color doesn't matter here. Eventually you're going to make this invisible to the video. I'm going to turn on the proportional grid by pressing this right here, just to make sure I'm going to place my guide, circles, etc. in the center. With the ellipse tool, I'm going to draw and shape a perfect circle to the center of this screen or frame. Right-click on the timeline, rename it to Guide, lock it like you did with the background. Now, we switch the fill to solid color and the stroke to no stroke of the ellipse tool. Change it to the first color of your color palette. My palette is mustard yellow, pink, periwinkle, burgundy, and mint green. We are creating circles for each color to form the circle of bokeh lights, or carousel. Before I do the next color, I'm going to add a Gaussian blur. Search it on the Effects tab. If you don't see it, press Windows on the top and find Effects and Presets. Once open, type Gaussian blur and drag it onto the shape layer. Increase the blurriness to 10 or to your liking for the softened look. Now you're ready to copy and paste circles to create the circle and change the fill to your desired colors. I'm going to speed up this section of the video. Once you got your circles, press the eye of the guide layer. To untoggle visibility, you won't be needing it anymore. This is a messy timeline, so to clean up, we're going to press Shift key, select all the layers, and then right-click on the timeline, pressing Pre-Compose, label it Lights 1, and press OK. Return back to where you were. On the timeline, press R for rotation. Toggle the keyframe or time watch for rotation. Press keyframe for the original position. Then, move your sequence cursor to the end of the sequence, go to your rotation, and rotate a few times clockwise. Then, I'm going to right-click the keyframes we created and press Keyframe Assistant and press Easy Ease to make it smoother. Now we're going to double-click on the Lights 1 layer. Copy and paste to our overall composition. Place all the circles far in between the circles from your first Lights layer composition and recompose it once more, labeling it Light 2. Speeding up this process once more. We can't just copy and paste and scale up the circles. This scene, the light size are proportional. Let's press on our new lights layer and go to composition settings and double our dimensions, 2048 by 1536. This is to avoid our second lights layer circles to be cut off the screen. Once that is done, go back to your overall timeline. Let's go to our second lights layer. Press R. Now we need to fix and add keyframes. Repeat what we did for the first lights layer, but instead of clockwise, we rotate counterclockwise. Remember to Easy Ease. Last step on Effects and Presets, let's search Glow. Add it to the Lights 1 layer and make sure Glow is based on color channels. Then Glow Threshold is 60%. Then Glow Radius is around 175. Then Intensity 1. The Composite Original is behind. Glow Operation is Lighten. Glow Colors equals Original Color. And leave the color looping alone. Copy this effect to your second lights layer. Adjust to your liking. Then we export, we press composition, and then add to the render queue. Make sure render settings is the best setting. Output mode is higher quality, and output is set to the location on our laptop where we can find it. Let's move on to putting our raw footage and bokeh lights together. Create a new composition, title as you like. Import your raw footage of your liking and your bokeh lights video you just made. Drag raw footage above your bokeh lights layer. Press S to scale or size both videos to fit your composition accordingly in your timeline. Turn visibility on or off to see both your layers individually. Search on Effects and Presets, Keylight 1.2. Take the dropper of screen color here and press the cursor on the green screen. Hopefully the removal is smooth. If you don't mind wispy hairs then, you are successful. Press S on the layer you are on and adjust the scaling to your liking. Press P to adjust the positions. Do the same for the lights video. If satisfied, export. Import your video to your preferred editing software. Mine is Adobe Premiere Pro. Make sure your project file is saved to somewhere you can find it. Drag video to sequence timeline. Open Lumetri Colors by pressing on the Windows tabs on the top bar. Check to be displayed. I'm going to color grade the way I did for my short film Rose Colored. The main objective is to make this video flat, soft, a tiny bit dimensional, overall colorful. So, play with the contrast, blacks, whites, and faded film for that. Increase or decrease to your liking. For color, play with vibrance, saturation, tints, and curves. Adjust accordingly. This is repetitive, but this effect is highly customizable. This is the settings I end up with. Once satisfied, export and you end up with this final shot. I hope you enjoyed my first tutorial video, and if you have any questions, comment down below. Subscribe if you want to, I really recommend it. As for my socials, it will be displayed on the screen right here or in the description box below. My main Instagram and TikTok is at bui.t.ful, and for my art Instagram is at aesthetic.origins. Catch you in the next video. Please enjoy the rest of your day or night. See you soon.